Good afternoon. My name is Francis van der Merwe. I am from the Building Hub. We're basically a team of professionals that work under one umbrella to bring you a better building experience. Seeing that we work as a team and working as a team of JV companies working together. Now, sorry. The first question you need to ask yourself, so what's in it for me, my business? Now, the Building Hub is basically going to be a website where you can get automatic referrals 24/7. You're saving time on quotes and following up. With the automations comes, you can set up a template where your clients can come onto the Building website and they can click a few blocks. It's like a monkey puzzle, and then they get an instant quote online. We do work across South Africa. You've got enhanced building and experience sharing. So the great thing about that is that different companies work together in the Building Hub, and you're basically learning from all different companies in terms of how they do their marketing, that kind of thing, best business practices, that kind of thing. The next one is you increase collaboration and innovation. So obviously, because we have a 2-weekly meeting, I'm also part of the Business Network International, where we look at getting referrals for each one of us. So that this company really grew out of that in terms of referral, giving referrals to other people. It's sort of a give us gain approach. It also increased efficiency, seeing that the people working in the Building Hub know each other personally, and there's always very good communication. The next thing is increased sustainability. We said that we're going to sort of have like 3 suppliers per category in the Building Hub. So what you do normally when you want to get your car fixed, what do? You get 3 quotes, all right? So we thought about that principle. We're going to have like a 3 quotes principles, and that keeps the members in check to make sure that they give good prices and that they're competitive in the market. So the next one is real-time business partner affirmation testimonials. So you can find up any of the other guys in the Building Hub and ask them, okay, how's Joe Blow? What's his kind of service? What's his pricing? That kind of thing. Reduces the cost of marketing. Seeing as a group we work together, on our website we're going to have search engine optimization, and we've got a search engine marketing that we're going to run on the website. And all the parties working together are even on this expo. So we're very glad that SEDA didn't ask us any money for this, for us to present at this expo, at the CTICC, but many times you have to share the cost. We had a golf day 2 weeks ago, and some of the participants share some costs, so it makes your marketing costs a bit lower. Next thing is a trust environment between partners. Being part of BNI, we see each other most probably every week. So if somebody owes me money, I'll say, so how's it going with your cash flow, that kind of thing. So that's we've got a trust relationship. It's not just somebody on a website that I'm quoting. It's a personal relationship, and we work on actually creating a family atmosphere that we're working together. The next one is you're working as part of a team, a family. Just like I reiterated now, is we work as a team together. So the next question that comes to mind is what's in it for them, the clients. So people out there that want to use Building Hub as their service provider. It's a one-stop shop. And the whole thing about a one-stop shop is really about having a good building experience. I know many of us, when I build a house, we ask a friend, do you know builder? Yes, that guy. And what's his price? No, he gives you a price. And then me as a professional quant surveyor, I found sometimes that they quote on something and they left out the plumbing and the electrical work. If you have a nice house with no plumbing and no electrical work, and that's not a good experience. So I, as a conservator, make sure that we make sure that all items is quoted for. We compare apples with apples. That's why conservators are there. We compare apples with apples, see on a bill of quantity format, so you get a good comparative quote. You make sure that nothing is left out. And you can even troubleshoot in many times things that maybe been left out or the client hasn't thought about. Might be a phase 2 if it's not within his budget. Or you might even design his house in stages to fit into his budget, but to make sure that you give a good quality product for the person. The next thing is inherent accountability. Is done from the client's perspective. So because we work as a team, we actually have to be accountable towards each other. Otherwise, you're not going to be a part of the building for a long time. The next thing is business can be handled from a consultant or a contractor's perspective. It doesn't matter where you're in your building process. You might be just breaking ground, or you might just thinking about, I want to build myself a new house. Okay. And I think, yes, where should I buy a plot? You think, okay, well, you probably need an architect. Or, who's the builder going to be? So we answer all those questions for you and take you through the process to make it easy for you. Because I know it can be quite daunting. If I've got a friend, his name is Gary van Sale. He's a branding, he does branding, he's a graphic designer. And it's a real challenge for me sometimes to understand that. He said, branding is like putting on clothes onto a business. And I was like, okay, so how are you going to do that? And he says, okay, your website. And then he goes on, then when he goes through the different steps, I can understand what he's saying. So us as professionals, we handle each and every one of those steps, and we take you through the steps, step by step, to help you understand the whole process, what it's going to cost you, and there's no hidden stuff. Many times people leave out things in their quotes, so there's no hidden agendas. The next one is increased level of quality of service assurance. So we as the building hub, we send our clients emails to ask them, how is your experience in the building? Is there any feedback? Is there anything we can improve? Is there anything you need to know? So we keep that level or that channel of communication open so that we can connect with the client and make sure that he's got a happy experience. The next thing is single point of contact. Now, many of you who've been involved in building know that there's so many parties involved. It's like organizing a wedding. Who of you guys have tried to organize your own wedding? Any hands? Was it a bit difficult? Yes. All right. I've done it as well. Luckily, my wedding was not too bad. So single point of contact. There's one person who speaks to all the professionals. He knows what they should be doing. So I normally act in a project management role, where I speak to all the professionals. We've got a whole program that we work according, and then we sort things out like that. We avoid professional role bias fights. That's normally a nice thing. Either the architect or the quant surveyor, or the engineer, or the town planner. So we make sure that those things are sorted out. Decrease change variation orders. Now, many times, nothing against any builders, but if you ask a builder for a price, he's most probably going to quote you on the lowest quality and the lowest accessories. Why? Because we work in a competitive building environment and we want to get the job. Now, the thing is, me as a quant surveyor, I many times see people sort of struggle when that's not the tax they wanted to be in their house, okay? And normally a builder, I've also worked for builders as a consultant. The way the builders think is they obviously make more money. That's as simple as that. They put the lowest spec in. Many times you want a high spec, and then they obviously charge you some more money for that. Okay? And then we go over budget, and then it's, I don't know if you guys know that feeling, but anyway. The next thing is eliminates finger pointing between contractor and architect engineer. All right. Many times clients pay the architect minimum to design the plans. There's no proper specifications, that kind of thing. So we make sure that we eliminate those kind of things by do proper specification, proper documentation, and work through things. Okay, so how it works. If you go on the website, we're still working on this format. I've got my developer working on it. There's all the professionals there. You might click on one, say like we click on the one-stop shop. Then there's going to be a lot of questions being asked. Okay, remember, we're still working on the website. It's going to be automated, and this is the next step. So don't expect this. This is phase 2. All right. It's going to ask you questions. Do you have a plot or earth, or has it been serviced? Has been zoned? You don't know. Many times that's from a developer point of view. Some other questions might rock up is, have you appointed a health and safety consultant? I think the previous person just spoke about health and safety. So, did you budget for the health and safety officer? All right. Next thing is, maybe you want some business services. Okay, so there's 4 categories that we provide. The first one is professionals. Second one is suppliers. Third one is property services, and the fourth one is business services. So, what kind of business services would you want? Is it maybe voice over IP, wireless, graphic design? Okay, let's have a look at graphic design. Maybe I want a graphic designer for my company. You know, being here at SEDA, got a new company starting up and need a graphic designer. So we click on the graphic designer button, and that brings us to Gary. So Gary's a graphic designer. What's the kind of service he does? He has a bit written small here. He does brain designing and shows his clients. He's done some work for Ferrari, that kind of thing. So then you think, okay, well, great. Let me get a quote from Gary. And then I go on the website and you click on the landing page and it says request a quote. And there's all these little blocks. You can fill in your name in there. You can plug it in, and that actually comes through to us in terms of then we set up a meeting with you. We have a discussion with you, see what your real needs is. Maybe there's 1 or 2 things that you might have missed, but that's okay because hey, we're here to help you. We want to create that happy building experience. The next page is our members. Okay. Currently, we've got 33 companies participating in the Building Hub, and it's growing. It grew by, what's it, 10 or 12? Danica? Yeah, 10 or 12 companies in the last week. Like you see, there's from flooring, from architects, there's a green building company there. And then if you would like to join Building Up, maybe you're a new company and you sort of want to be part of it and you provide your services and we can help you with certain things in your company, then you can register as a member. That obviously that email comes through to us. How it has worked for us, this is Douglas. Douglas was here at the Home Expo when he was here at the CTRCC. 2 weeks ago, we had a golf day at Paul Valley. We got sort of like 4 leads of people wanting to do business. It was a very happy experience. We took the players some shooters to drink, and everybody voted us the best sort of hole. We sponsored the 18th hole. Other thing, obviously at the SEDA Entrepreneurs Expo. And yeah, here's some of the companies that's part of our group, our team. And my question to you today is, why don't you join our team of professionals? Thank you so much. Francois from Building Hub.